Sometimes you hear a news story that really makes you pause.
Hmm.
This week, it felt like that with the arrest of Josh Fitzpatrick. He used to be the meteorologist over WVIR TV, NBC 29 in Charlottesville.
Yeah, I saw that. And the charges are, well, they're serious. We're talking felony sexual extortion and unlawful creation of an image of another. Yeah.
Exactly. Significant criminal charges. It's
Yeah,
not just a minor thing.
absolutely not.
So he was arrested this past Tuesday, April 23rd, but over in Ohio. Turns out there was a fugitive warrant out for him from Virginia.
Right. And the investigation apparently kicked off back in February after a victim came forward.
Uh-huh. So for this deep dive, let's try to unpack these allegations and the legal side of things.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe start with Fitzpatrick himself. He was, as you said, the weather guy at WVIR for a long time, like around 2 decades.
Yeah, a familiar face there.
Definitely. And interestingly, he just left the station in early March, right around when he moved to Ohio.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Around the same time?
Pretty much. And apparently he'd posted something on social media about wanting to stay in the business for years to come. A bit of a contrast now.
Yeah, quite a contrast. And WVIR, his former station, they've just reported the facts, seems like.
Right. No big statement, just the news.
So let's get into the actual accusations. What's the core allegation here?
Well, the core seems to be that after a sexual encounter, which was apparently consensual,
Oh, yeah.
Fitzpatrick is accused of secretly recording it and then allegedly threatening the victim with releasing that video.
Secretly recording it. That's key.
It is, and that leads directly into the first charge, unlawful creation of an image. That's under Virginia Code, Section 18.2386.1.
Right.
It basically means knowingly, intentionally making a video or photo of someone without their consent when they, have a reasonable expectation of privacy.
So the act itself might have been consensual, but the recording wasn't?
Precisely. That lack of consent for the recording is the whole point of this charge. It's a Class 1 misdemeanor in Virginia.
Which means what? Penalties-wise?
Potentially up to 12 months in jail and or a fine up to $2,500.
Okay. But then there's the other charge, the felony.
Yes. Felony sexual extortion. That's Virginia Code, Section 18.2, 5.9.1. This one's much more serious.
And what does that entail
It
exactly?
alleges he maliciously threatened to share those private images, and the law specifies images showing nudity or intimate parts. Threatened to share them to force the victim, to compel them to perform specific sexual acts.
Wow. So using the secret recording as leverage for more sexual acts.
That's the allegation. The malicious threat, the coercion for sexual purposes, that's what makes it a felony, a Class 5 felony.
And the penalty for that.
Potential prison time, 1 to 10 years, plus a possible fine, again, up to $2,500. So significantly higher stakes.
Definitely. Let's recap the timeline again.
Oof.
Victim comes forward in February 2025.
Right. Then Fitzpatrick leaves his job, moves to Ohio in early March.
Okay.
Then April 9th, the arrest warrant gets issued in Virginia.
But he's in Ohio.
Exactly. Which is why you need the fugitive warrant. That allows Ohio authorities to arrest him based on the Virginia charges. That happened April 23rd.
And now he's waiting extradition, basically waiting to be sent back to Virginia to face these charges.
Correct. That's the standard process when someone's arrested out of state on a warrant.
Now, there's another layer here. The police, the Albemarle County Police, they seem concerned this might not be an isolated case.
Mm-hmm. They put out an appeal, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They actually said something like, we feel that there may be some other victims out there. We do know that this person was recorded unknowingly.
Right.
And so if you had an encounter with Josh Fitzpatrick, you may be a victim as well, so please contact us.
That's a pretty direct appeal. Suggests they have reason to believe others might have been recorded without consent, too.
Yeah, and they gave a contact number for the lead investigator, M. Schneider. It's 434-296-5807.
Good to know. So they're actively looking for more information.
Seems like it. So wrapping this up, the core seems to be this alleged exploitation of trust, a secret recording followed by threats.
Absolutely. But it's crucial, as always, to remember these are allegations at this stage. The case has to go through the legal process in Virginia.
Right. It's pending adjudication. The outcome depends on the evidence, the arguments, how the law applies. It really makes you think, though, how technology impacts privacy and consent, especially in really personal situations. When that technology is allegedly used not just to violate privacy, but then potentially to extort someone, well, it raises some pretty heavy questions, doesn't it?
It certainly does. The intersection of technology, relationships, and the law it's constantly evolving and presents some serious challenges. Something for all of us to consider.